That is what access to the fourth dimension looks like.
Do you think scientifically that's possible one day?
I hope so. I hope so.
Really?
Because here's the example. We've got a nice broad desk we here at this interview, right? So desk is 2 dimensions. It's got length and width. And I can start putting papers on this desk, and I can lay them out mosaic style. And then all of a sudden I have no more room to put a sheet of paper. If I'm an ant living in this surface of the desk, I say, no more room. But wait a minute, we are 3-dimensional people. And I can put an organizer and stack things vertically. So I can take a sheet of paper, and now I can put it higher up than the surface of the desk. The ant will say, where did it go? Oh my gosh, it disappeared in some portal. Where? No, what is that? It went into the 3rd dimension, and the ant ant obviously is a 3-dimensional thing.
Right.
Imagine it only lives in 2 dimensions. You would have made that paper disappear into a 3rd dimension, and it will have no clue where it went, because you had a portal, you had access to that extra dimension. So look at how much you can store on a desk when you have access to a 3rd dimension above it. Vastly more than just papers mosaicked out on the surface. So now let's up this example by a dimension. You're storing boxes in a room. Oh, I ran out of room. No, you didn't. Let's open this 4-dimensional door. You open it, put the boxes through the door, close the door, box is gone.
That'd be awesome for hoarders.
You look around the other side of the door, there's nothing there.
Right.
Your side of the door, nothing there. It's just a door. That is a portal to a 4th dimension that can hold vastly more content than what you're stuck storing in the 3-dimensional space of your room.
Now that's a
brilliant concept. And even though it has monsters that don't exist, that all speak English, and one of them is a cyclops, and one of them is I'm not judging the biophysiology of these creatures, but they got the physics of 4-dimensional portals completely accurate.
Yeah, to never be around other humans.
Do you know what happened to the Unabomber? Do you know how that happened?
The brother?
Yeah.
Because he was pedantic.
Oh yeah, it was that, but it was also the Unabomber himself, Ted Kaczynski, was a part of the Harvard LSD studies.
Was he?
Yeah, they cooked his brain.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a documentary about it called The Net.
Someone wrote a great tweet where they go, plot twist, Greta Thunberg grows up to become the Unabomber in a redemption arc. I'm like, that is hilarious. Because he was a violent environmentalist and a very bright man.
He's a professor at Berkeley. So he went to school at Harvard. They put him in the Harvard LSD studies. They cooked his fucking dome, and then he disappeared, went to Berkeley, worked as a professor to earn enough money so he could buy a cabin and implement his plan to kill everybody who was involved in technology so he'd stop this takeover of the human race, which probably is true.
Yeah. John Waters, the director, he has a replica of the Unabomber's cabin as a room in his house. Isn't that great? I love that.
Who's got the real cabin?
Oh, that's a good question.
It was at a museum, I think, that actually just closed, so I don't know where it's going to go now. There was a museum called the Newseum in DC.
New York.
I think it just closed because they couldn't.
Traveling exhibit. Wait, they took the whole cabin and reconstructed it?
I believe I've seen pictures of it. Yeah.
Oh.
We need to find it.
Wow, that's really cool.
We need to find it.
I love stuff like that.